Hey YouTube fam, what is happening? It's been a while. Happy 2017. Let's get this show on the road. Bring it on. Smash all our challenges. Go through all the obstacles and really bang, even the phone is agreeing with me. Smash everything that goes in our path. Focus on our goals for this year and just achieve everything that we set our minds to. Personally, I've got so many goals that I want to achieve. I feel this year is going to be a massive year for me. And I just can't wait to actually get there. But what I love about this, it's in the journey. All the love, all the fulfillment that you feel is in the journey itself. So to give you an example, if you're aiming to get a better physique in 2017, like most people do, don't think too much about the destination. So what happens if I get an awesome physique with abs and all that kind of jazz? But how would I feel every week, just getting a little bit better, getting a little bit more definition, bigger arms or leaner arms or whatever you're getting, how would that feel for me? And it feels amazing, in that progress every single week, that's the best feeling. You don't worry too much about the destination. What happens when I get there, what happens when I have that six pack and that. You kind of get over it really quickly. So for example, for me, I've got a bit of ab definition, that kind of thing right now, but I'm not like, wow, it's the best feeling and I'm like stoked every single day about it. But what I love is when I think about that journey of progress week by week by week, I think, wow, it's been an amazing journey and I really appreciate it so much. That's why a lot of people, they come to me, like a lot of my clients, they want shortcuts, like, I want to get a six-pack, I'll pay you whatever you want and, you get me the physique that I want. You get me your physique. And I know physically, that's not possible, because they've already told me, look, I'm lazy and I can't do it. So they've set their limiting belief, I can't do it pretty much. It's like a psychological belief, you set your limit. So what happens, maybe you might train for 4 weeks at the gym, you might track a few meals in your MyFitnessPal and then you'll give up because you probably didn't reach the goals that you had in your mind, which is to reach a six-pack, go from 20% body fat to 8% body fat in 4 weeks. Is that realistic? Hell no. That's impossible. And especially for me, I'm all about natural bodybuilding, so it's taken me, and I know what I'm doing. I'm so consistent. It's taken me so many weeks. If you have a look at all my progress videos, it's taken me so many weeks to get to where I am. But the good thing about me is I never give up. There'll be some weeks where I've gained a little bit of weight, I've kind of tracked off my goals by a little bit, but every week I've just kept going, I've analysed my progress, I've learned from my mistakes. Even for this year, my massive goal is to reach my goal, 8% body fat, 8 to 9% body fat, and then maintain that for the longest period I can. All through summer, all through spring, autumn. Perhaps in winter I might, gain a few kilos of lean muscle mass, which we all want. We want that lean muscle mass, but I'm not too worried about that. So anyway, 2017, big goals in mind. What's the main thing that's going to help us reach our goals? And I believe truly it is consistency. If you really care about your goals, whether it is fitness, business, whatever you want to do in life, you have to stay consistent. It's not a matter of I'm gonna go to gym 4 days a week, 1 week, and the next week you go 2 days, and the next week you're all over the place. You got no routine when it comes to your diet, that kind of thing. It's about putting in the work every single day. Every single day. I've been tracking my MyFitnessPal for the last, I believe, 125 days. It says I haven't logged out of it. I've been doing it every single day, and it's not because I have to, but because it mentally reminds me to stay on my routine, to make sure I'm hitting my macros, to make sure that I'm putting in the work, because I feel great knowing that I'm actually doing those things every single day, rather than be just guessing my diet. Even though I might know the diet, there's always things that come into play that you don't really worry about or you don't track. And then end of the day, all those things add up. It's all about calories. And personally, what I'm doing now, I'm going to share this with you. I'm making sure that I'm having more meals per day, smaller portions. So within 300 calories on my low carb days, I would have, as much food as possible. And I'm doing a low fat diet on my 4 days. So what I will do, basically in a nutshell, is 3 to 4 days of low carb, followed by a high carb day, back to 3 to 4 days of low carb, and then we'll have a cheat day, basically. And on my cheat day, I don't really track much. I would still track my breakfast maybe, but I wouldn't track the main cheat meal as per se. But I always make sure to do a workout straight after. But in regarding to my macros, because I really want to share with you, a little bit more about my diet, what I've been doing, because I haven't really spoken to you in a while. But yeah, in regards to my macros on my low carb days, I'll try to make sure that my fat macros are quite high, so a lot higher than I used to do before, and I'll try to push my carbs down to, I would say, about 50 grams of trace carbs, so your net carbs. So you will do your total carbs minus your fiber to get your net carbs, which is pretty much the carbs that I'm always focusing on. So try to go to about 50 grams of carbs on those low carb days, and my fats would go up to as much as 50% of my total calories. So I'm going really high on my fats to make sure that my body's using fat for fuel. And my protein, I've dropped actually my protein quite a lot. I would have about 180 to 200 grams of protein, but now I'm doing only about 140, 150 to max 160 grams, because as they say, this turns out, I didn't really know that, but excess amounts of protein get converted into glucose by the body, right? And what happens is, if your body only needs, let's say for example 140 grams and you're having 180 grams, that 40 grams will your body will try to convert it into glucose, and I obviously don't want that. I want to make sure my glucose levels are as low as possible, so I'm burning fat for fuel. But the body's quite strange in doing that. It uses a process, I believe it's called, I forgot the name of it though. It's some fancy name anyway. But yeah, it converts your extra protein consumption into glucose, and you don't want that, especially if you're doing a carb depletion diet, which I am. But anyway guys, that's a little bit of a breakdown into my macros and what I'm doing right now. I'm shooting for about 1900 calories on most days, and today is my high carb day as well, so I'm really looking forward to that, smashing some wraps and all those kind of things. I've just woken up and I'm super flat, super flat, right? I've got no pump. Some of you might look at me and say, look, you've lost a lot of muscle, or you don't look as pumped as before, your shoulders are too small, whatever comments I get. But honestly, I'm quite happy with my physique right now. Being lean, I feel great. I've got more energy. My waist is getting nice and tight. My waist is like 28.5 inches. I wanted to get a little bit lower to about 27 inches to give it that room to to go up a little bit to 28 max. But yeah, so quite pleased with my physique. I'm going to share this update with you because it's been a while since my last physique update. It's been probably a few months now, but we're back on track from this year. And yeah, let's share this physique update with you guys. Let's do this. amazing 2017, and I can't wait to see where this road takes us, to see where I head in 2017. The main things that we've talked about in this video is consistency, action mindset, just keep putting in the work. And the other thing is, no matter what challenges life presents to you, whether it is the first, second or third week of January or February or whatever challenges you might face, and you will face a lot, your work stress, your friends, giving you shit about your physique, you're looking too small or whatever, that you always get all these haters who just hate on you because you're successful, you've leaned up or whatever, you'll get plenty of people who are like, you lost this, you don't look good, but it's so important to block out all these obstacles, whether it is a breakup, whether it is, your work giving you shit, becoming really stressful, whatever it is, you build this dome around you, and you're like, I don't care about anything that comes my way. I'm really going to focus. I'm going to adopt this laser focus and just smash my goals no matter what. You might take one step back one week, but then you slap yourself, and next week you're back on track, grinding, putting in the work every single day, not just a few days of the week, and just keep smashing your goals. I'm really passionate about this because ever since I adopted this approach, digging into personal development, knowing my own psychology, what drives me, I've improved so much personally. I feel amazing. My motivation is a lot higher. I'm smashing the gym. I'm tracking all my diet every single day. I'm almost like a robot. And that's the thing. You want to have that passion, that desire for whatever you want to achieve. Because if you don't have that passion, you'll give up. Just like Steve Jobs says, if you don't enjoy what you do, it will become too hard and you'll just give up. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it basically boils down to that. If you're not passionate about your physique, you'll never achieve it. You'll just give up after the first 4 weeks of January, which is 80% of, I believe that was the statistics, 80% of New Year's resolutioners will give up after the first month. First month, 80% of these guys don't even come anymore. They might have bought a 1 year membership, of which they went just the first month of January. They just gave up because they set their goals too high. They weren't passionate. They weren't prepared to put in the work every single day, even if they didn't see any results, and they just gave up. But that's not you. That's not you, because I know you, that you've got that consistency, you've got that drive. I know you can do it. I believe anyone can do it, but you just have to put it in your mind. I'm really passionate about this, and when I start talking about the natural physiques and about getting those aesthetics and reaching your goals, I just love that, because personally, I've been able to take leaps and bounds in my own physique, in my own motivation mentality, that I want to share with you, and it's definitely helped me. But anyway, thanks so much guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been a while since we caught up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about me and what I'm doing right now with my online coaching, you can click the website link below, just below this video. I've got lots of blog posts on anything fitness related, so you can dig into some of my free content on my website. Check it out, read through it, pick up some tips. If you like, subscribe to my blog as well on my website. That'll be great. You can also subscribe here on YouTube for more videos that I've got coming up for you. Lots of physique, training videos, lots of great stuff coming up 2017. But yeah, thanks so much guys for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Stay natural.